Hi, welcome to another UK gravel collective video, and on today's video I'm going to do a bit of a review because back last year when the night lights were here, Exposure Lights sent me 3 of their lights to try out. Now I will admit I am not a person who rides a lot at night in the winter. In the summer, autumn, spring, yes, love it. But in the winter it's just too cold and it's really hard to get other people out riding, so I don't like riding on my own because no one will find me when I'm lying in the woods unconscious. So it's now nearly spring and I come out and it's sort of going dusk, but the trouble with a GoPro camera is it's rubbish in the dark, so I better show you the lights now before it all goes pear-shaped and you can't see anything. So first of all, the ever popular rear light. I'm not going to look at it, but you can. The rear light that every car driver likes to hate cyclists for, because, well, they're shining in their eyes, but while they're shining in their eyes, they can see you, they know you're there, so, you know, can't really help that. This is the Exposure Boost R React Peloton. Yeah, it's a long name, but in flashing mode it will last up to 48 hours, which is brilliant if you're bike packing or something and you don't want to spare your charge from your bank. It's got lots of different modes and obviously off. So yeah, really neat, really light, and it just twists and pops off and just charges. You can charge it from your computer, your power bank, anything. Really nice. It's all aluminium, really nicely made. And then let's put this one where it should go, because this really is a helmet light, and a helmet light is really useful when riding off-road, because when you're looking forward and you come to a turn, your light is still going to point in that direction, but you want to look where you're going to turn. So obviously your head turns in the direction of where you're going to go. So the helmet light is brilliant. This has got the exposure mount on it, and this is an Exposure Diablo. And this has got an incredible 2000 lumens at its brightest setting, and at the lowest setting it'll last 18 hours. Again, made of aluminium casing, really robust. I mean, don't tell Exposure, but I've dropped this quite a few times because I tend to run it on the bars, especially for rides in daylight that you think are going to end in dusk, because they're great. You just pop it on and off. It's got 3 modes. Bright, medium and low, obviously, and then it's also got your flashing one, which is the one I use, you know, when you've got a few miles from home, it's starting to get dark, and I pop that on. But let's pop that back on the helmet, and then actually put my helmet back on because it's not that warm now this time of day. It is February. And then lastly, the Exposure Toro. Now this is a big boy, 3 massive LEDs in here. Again, it's got 3 modes: bright, low, medium, and this one's also got flash. But this one has also got a little LED screen, which on the back, which tells you how much charge you've got left. So on the high setting, 2 hours 56 minutes, medium 9 hours, low 23 hours. I mean, that is flipping amazing. It's about 96% charge at the moment, which it will probably tell us. Yeah, 97%. Again, really robust. It comes with this proprietary mount. The only issue with this is trying to get in your bag, but you know, that's not really a problem. And it fits around your stem bolts. There are loads of other mounts for these, by the way. But yeah, that's a brief view of it. Now what I'm going to attempt to do is wait for it to get dark and actually show you them in action. But remember, this GoPro is rubbish in the dark, so I might have to take some still pictures for some beam patterns rather than filming. I'll give it a go, but Mr. GoPro or Mrs. GoPro or whoever you are, can you make the GoPro better in dark, please? Anyway, massive thanks to Exposure Lights for lending me these. Sadly, they've got to go back after the review. I'm trying to hang on to them as long as possible because it's quite good to do some bike touring or bike packing with these to see how they go. So anyway, let's see if we can film some stuff in the dark. And a quick note to say that the Toro has 2250 lumens, but it reflexes, is that the right word? I think that's what they call it, up to 3600. So this one, as you go faster, the light gets brighter. So if you're going fast through the woods, it'll brighten up higher than the actual highest setting, which is a great feature. Or you know, when you're going even on the road, it should get brighter. We'll try and show that on the GoPro, but again, light issues notwithstanding, and I don't go that fast. But anyway, let's see. Now, not sure whether the GoPro is picking this up at all, but you know, I've only got the light on very low because it's not really dark yet. But I thought I'd try and get some footage of me riding while the GoPro maybe can still cope with the low light. It's probably a more terrible picture than it usually is. Hopefully, as you can see, light's sitting on the helmet. It doesn't feel heavy. You can feel it's there, but it's not like you've got a big action cam up there. You know, you wouldn't notice it after 5 minutes riding. I've not turned it on because I don't want to blind you. Or maybe I should. What's that for blinding us? Don't mind me, just doing a bit of impromptu gear indexing. So this is about as good as it's going to get while still being able to see, I think. Anyway, let's put the light on max. And there's no way in these conditions that I'm going to be going fast enough to make the light go to its brightest setting. It is soft. But as you can see, or hopefully, oh, this is hard going. As you can see, if I was to turn down this corner here, a bike is pointing this way. So that's why you need a helmet light to see around the corner like this. So, well, let's leave that on. There's a helmet light and front Toro light on together, and I'll try and turn my body with my head so I can see from side to side. I mean, I think this is a pretty stupid idea for a video, but hopefully it will come across how good these exposure lights are. I probably need to lift that helmet light up a bit. So obviously looking at this tree now, if I wanted to turn left, I'm going to turn my whole body, you can see now what the trail obstacles are before I turn, which is great because you do not want to be turning in the dark in the forest completely blind into something, especially if it's natural trails. Waymark stuff not so much, because you know they're designed not to kill you, but this stuff could. There could be a fallen tree, a hole someone's dug, anything. Now obviously on the road at this max setting, it's going to be, I mean, you do not want to be firing 2000 lumens plus directly into a car's driver's eye. So always dip it on the road or run it at its lowest setting you can get away with. Again, it's not completely dark now, but you can see the effect that that's having. That's the lowest setting. And at the moment it's a be seen light because it's not dark enough to have any real effect. Medium, yeah, you can start to see the advantages of it. And then the brightest setting, yeah, you can definitely see it, even though it's still predominantly daylight. Let's nip through the woods. So you can see how it's lighting the trail, look. You can see all the obstacles. Oh, there's one. Let's stick the helmet light on as well. And a helmet light will look brighter because it's sort of pointing straight down, whereas this, hopefully you can see, is pointed forward. And now I've got completely lost. Where am I going? So having lights doesn't mean you don't get lost. So let's get rid of the helmet light. So this is on low. And obviously you can direct this light so it's pointing slightly more to the ground. Medium. But as you can see, it's a good mix of foreground, and because it's still light, it's not showing up in the distance as much as it would. And now full beam. I think you can see that's sort of this. It's all you need really. I mean, this is aimed at gravel riders. You can get much more powerful and bigger lights for what they call proper, well, not exposure, but people call proper off-roading on a mountain bike. Can't see why this isn't proper off-roading on the gravel bike. Yeah, it's proper mucky. Whoa. All that banging is the stuff I've got in my bag, which isn't padded down very well. Sorry about that. So there we are, a quick view. Oh, I'm still flashing at the back. Don't really need that in the woods. Of the exposure Toro. Whoops, sorry. Diablo. And the Boost R React. Oh no, it's flashing. V-Star React Peloton great lights. They're not cheap, but they're so well made, aluminium casing, and I trust these to charge properly. I've heard a lot of people who've had to charge their Chinese made lights or Chinese direct made lights in a tin box in case they set on fire. I mean, they're a UK company, so you've got UK backup. Any issues with someone on the end of a phone or on an email, you can't really go wrong. If you want to go out in the night, go bikepacking, ultra events, not my thing at all, but dicking about in the woods at night, in the summer, in the spring, in the autumn, get yourself a set of decent lights. And Exposure could have the set for you. There's loads of different ones. Check out their website. Anyway, thanks for watching this brief look at Exposure lights. If you'd like to see more videos like this of me dicking about in the dark in the woods, then make sure you subscribe. Give us a comment down below. What lights do you run? What do you think of Exposure? What do you think of night riding? And hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.